What's going on, guys? This is Joe, and I am back once again to open another Dominaria pre-release pack. We were on the hunt for some value. We got some in the last pre-release pack that we opened, but there's definitely more to come, hopefully in this one. But in general, there's a lot more cards that we don't have from the set, cards that we would love to open from the set, value-wise. Pre-release packs are my favorite form of sealed product, so we're opening into it to try to get as much value as we can. That is, oh, the D20 got like stuck. Do you see that? Got stuck like underneath the packs here. Got like shoved up in there. But anyway, we got the blue spin down life counter, the blue D20 with the Dominaria set symbol. That's cool. We'll leave that on the side. We'll toss all of this excess stuff out of the way. We can zoom in. We obviously have the 6 packs, which we will open in a second after we've figured out what our promos are. We have one legendary promo, and we have one non-legendary, rare, or mythic promo as usual. So, our legendary promo is, as you can see, Garna the Bloodflame. Pretty cool. Is it a cool foiling pattern? Yeah, definitely a cool foiling pattern. Wow, look at that. That is awesome. I like that quite a bit. The axe looks insane. The background is awesome. Very, very nice. And our non-legend promo is a Rite of Belzenlock Saga. Very cool. The art looks amazing in foil. I don't know how that is in terms of value. I will be able to look that up in the interim. I don't think Rite of Belzenlock non-foil is up there, so I can't say one way or the other. But maybe it means that these packs have a bunch of value in them for us. So here is a Teferi pack to start us off. I will also, as you can see from the title down below, be doing a deck tech. I will make a quick deck, and you guys can tell me what you think. So keep your eyes open for any really good synergies. So far, it looks like we might be going black, but we'll see. We have a Coldwater Snapper, Bloodstone Goblin, Excavation Elephant, Windgrace Acolyte, Pierce the Sky, Aven Sentry, Skittering Surveyor, a Primordial Worm, Academy Drake, Demonic Vigor, a Knight of Grace is our first uncommon, Juggernaut is the second, classic card, and a Mishra's Self-Replicator is our rare. The nice thing about this, besides the fact that it's a really sweet card, is the fact that it is an artifact, so it can really go in any deck that we want if we want to try to make it work. So we shall see. Our legend is another, wow, another Garna the Bloodflame. We may have to definitely try to make this work. That's really sweet. All right, I like that quite a bit. Behind Garna, a Mountain, and a Saproling token. So far, every rare or legend that we have opened can go in the same deck. So there you go. The same 2-color deck, I should say. Because if you're playing a 5-color deck, anything can go in there. We have another Coldwater Snapper to start with. A Fervent Strike, Sergeant at Arms, Adventurous Impulse, Soul Salvage, Voltaic Servant, and Eviscerate, very, very nice. Partic Wanderer, Saproling Migration, Run Amok, Elfheim Druid is our first uncommon, and a sweet one. On Sarah's Wing, speaking of sweet cards, is the second, and a Woo, that is nice. Very nice. With a Mildrotha the Gravetide. It might be a little problematic to try to play in the deck. Yeah, it might be very problematic to try to play in the deck. But that's a sweet card. That definitely counts as value. That's real nice. Behind Mildrotha, a Quende, Pride of Femeref. Okay. A Swamp behind him, and a Goblin token. Well, I can't say any more about all the legends that we've opened being able to go in the same 2-color deck, but some definite sweet stuff. Oh no, if I throw the Tashar pack on the floor. Okay, anyway. All right, so let's see what Tashar has for us. We have a Homerid Explorer to start. Gitu Lava Runner, Gift of Growth, Dark Bargain, Eviscerate again? Jeez, all right. Unwind, Voltaic Servant again, Run Amok again, Gideon's Reproach, Dauntless Bodyguard is the first uncommon, Final Parting is the second, and a Story Spotlight card at that, and Seal Away is the third, great card. And our legendary, rare, or mythic is... oh, nope, we have a foil first. Sorry, always gets me. We have an Aesthir Glider foil. It's a foil common, and it's a foil alpha reprint. Alpha reprint? I believe it's alpha. I could be wrong. Look it up for yourself so that I'm not lying to you. Anyway, Aether Glider, very cool. Anyway, as I said, our legendary rare or mythic is Squee the Immortal. He can totally go in our black-red deck with our Garner the Blood Flames and our Rite of Belzenlock, if that's what we choose to do. So there you go. Squee. Behind Squee, a Forest and a Cleric token, which actually, that's pretty cool because it's the Cleric token that you get from Rite of Belzenlock. Very nice. I like that quite a bit. Okay. Anyway, we have a Karn pack next. This one's the one that got all smashed up by the D20. So, if there's any value in here, I hope it's not damaged in some way. Ugh, come on now. Okay. No, the cards look okay. Yeah, I mean, the token's a little dinged up, but who cares? Okay. A Relic Runner. Warlord's Fury. Charge. Gaia's Protector. Windgrace Acolyte. Call the Cavalry. Ancient Animus. Powerstone Shard, Unwind, Deathbloom Thallid, Serra Angel, nice uncommon there, Warcry Phoenix, even better if we're going black-red, and a Curator's Ward. Our rare or mythic in this pack is a Marwyn the Nurturer. Not really, unless we're really going Muldrotha. I don't know that this card will make it into the deck, but maybe it will. Maybe we need to move away from black-red. Who knows? I'll figure it out off camera, and you guys will see in a minute. Behind Marwyn is a Mountain and a Saproling token. 2 packs left. We've got Jaya on the front. While not amazing in sealed, Jaya is red, so if we open her, we could play her in this possible black-red deck that we're making. Possibly. Arcane Flight, Warlord's Fury, Knight of Dominaria, Pierce the Sky, Divest, a Gideon's Reproach again, a Thallid Omnivore, Jousting Lance, Saproling Migration, Blink of an Eye, Lingering Phantom is our first uncommon, and a black uncommon at that, notably. Zalfirin Void, and a rare Verdant Force. Triple green. Once again, if we're going Muldrotha, maybe, but triple green? That's a little tough. Plus, it's 8 mana, so who knows? Behind Verdant Force, our our legend is Slyn Voda, the Rising Deep. So yeah, if we want to go like really high drop cards, we could totally go these 3. Look at that. Look at how expensive those 3 cards are. They could all go in the same deck if I want to lose looking at really cool stuff in my hand. Anyway, behind Slyn Voda, a Swamp and a Soldier token. Good God. Okay, we have a Teferi pack next to finish it off. This will be an interesting one. Hopefully the red and the black is good enough, and we don't have to worry about any of this other nonsense. I'm happy that I got Muldrotha, don't get me wrong. We have a Gitu Journey Mage, Excavation Elephant, Homerid Explorer, Stronghold Confessor, very nice, a Crozen Druid, an Aven Sentry, Skittering Surveyor, Primordial Worm, an Academy Drake, Demonic Vigor, Fungal Plots is our first uncommon, Thallid Soothsayer, speaking of Thallids, we were talking about that earlier, is the second. And a Spore Crown Thallid, lots of Thallids, is the third. Our rare or mythic is a Naban, Dean of Iteration. Not bad at all. No complaints here. I mean, obviously not for our deck. Again, Muldrotha's part blue, but I don't really think so. We have an island behind him and a Saproling token. Guys, I don't actually know, but we'll be back in just a second. Maybe this card will be in that deck. Well, this one kind of went in the other direction. Not at all what I was expecting as I was opening the cards, hence why I kept talking about black and red, and neither of those colors are on the table. And in fact, there's only one color on the table, and then a bunch of colorless. And that one color is white. So it turns out every single card I opened in white, in my opinion, of course, is playable. Everything. There is not a single card that I opened in white that is not on this table right now that you are seeing. In fact, also with artifacts, there are only 2 artifacts that I opened that are not on this table, and I'll show you those in a minute, but this is the deck that I came up with. I think in terms of non-creature spells, it's a little light. We've got 2 Gideon's Reproach and a Seal Away in terms of removal or, yeah, I mean, some damage-dealing stuff. We've got Charge for a combat trick, only one. We've got the Jousting Lance, Call the Cavalry, and On Sarah's Wings, which hopefully is nice. I mean, On Sarah's Wings obviously is one of those cards that it's an enchant creature. So if they're able to kill the creature in some way, we get 2 for 1, which sucks, but I think On Sarah's Wings is good enough where you kind of want to make it work, especially with some of the creatures that we have, which, this is the other thing. 4 2-drops, 4 3-drops, 4 4-drops, and 4 5-drops means that this is not a curve, this is a straight line, which is probably an issue, and you know, we shall see how that works out, but what I ended up with here was this deck. I've got some flyers in Double Aven Sentry and Sarah Angel, and the Aesthir Glider here, but what I was really going for was First Strike as a concept. I mean, we've got the Knight of Grace, despite the fact that we don't have any black permanents, which would make it a 3-2 First Strike. It's still a 2-2 First Strike, and with Quende on the field, over here, our legendary creature, all of our creatures that have First Strike have Double Strike, which is also why I decided to put in this Jousting Lance, because on our turn, equipped creatures has First Strike. And so that would mean that the equipped creature would have Double Strike. And it's a little expensive. It's 2 mana to play, 3 mana to equip, but it gives +2/+0 and First Strike, and if we have Quende, Double Strike. So, I don't know. And then with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 artifacts, plus On Sarah's Wings and Quende as our legendary permanents, that makes Mishra's Self-Replicator, I think, amazing. Now, it's a 5-drop. It's, as I said, the top end of our curve, so that kind of stinks, but I don't know. I think that the deck is okay. I think that the black and the red weren't really there enough to make Garna worth it. There weren't a lot of sack outlets, and Alpha Strikes weren't really a possibility enough in that deck, in my opinion, to have made that deck work, which is why I ended up with this one. Now, I mentioned about all of my white cards are on the table, and all but 2 of my artifacts are, so I want your opinions, as always, on the deck itself, but some questions in addition. What do you think of adding a Power Stone Shard? Does the deck need it? I don't know. The other thing is, we have 4 of 2, 3, 4, and 5-drop creatures. Here's a 6-drop, which is pretty powerful, but can the deck do it? Now, the other thing is, if you decided to count, there are 24 cards on the table, which means we would go with 16 land. Now, with Double Skittering Surveyor, I think that's okay, but I am open to your opinions as to whether or not you think it is, in fact, okay, because, especially since we're one color, we won't have to worry about getting screwed on a color unless we're just not getting land at all, which hopefully we can kind of deal with in terms of mulliganing in the beginning. The other thing is, the other card that I would at least consider putting in this deck is the Zhalfirin Void. It is a land that produces colorless mana, but you get to scry. And so again, with a limited number of lands in the deck, this would replace one of the plains, which obviously all of the lands would be plains in the deck. So we'd have 15 plains and a Zhalfirin Void. It would allow us to scry 1. Again, the Skittering Surveyors help us to thin out the deck a little bit in terms of land, get them if we're low on them to get up to 5. I don't know. What do you guys think? This is the best deck that I could come up with on the fly, but I'm really looking forward to hearing your opinions on it. Do you think that I should have tried to make Black-Red work? Do you think that I should have tried to make Muldrotha work? You let me know. Tell me what you're thinking in the comments down below. I would really appreciate it. This has been another product opening here on Geek for All. Once again, if you click the subscribe button, when it pops up on the screen, you will find out when all of our videos come out. It helps us out quite a bit. You can share this with your friends if you think that I got some sweet pulls, or if you think that the box was a little weird or whatever. I would appreciate that greatly. I have been Joe. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, I really hope you enjoyed. And as we always say, in whichever video of ours you watch next, we will see you all next time. Thanks, everybody.